right, listen up, all you influencers, you YouTubers, and social media aficionados. Today, we're going to be talking about the very first influencer, the first century influencer. I think you're going to find it very interesting. And we're talking about the one, the only, the legendary, the bald-headed, bow-legged Apostle Paul. That's right. The Apostle Paul, the legend, had fans. And these aren't just normal fans. These are devoted fans. These are ride or die, leave your husband at the altar type fans. Now, in this letter, you can read it. It's in the Acts of Paul and Thecla, written about 160 AD, a romance novel. You can hear the details about the Apostle Paul. Take a listen. Who is this man? Small in stature, bald head, crooked legs, eyebrows that practically shake hands, and crooked nose, but yet he speaks with such power. Sometimes he appears like a man, but other times he has the face of an angel. And let's talk about the ultimate fangirl. We have a painting of her overlooking the city of Ephesus. Somebody in a cave did a fresco of these two individuals, the first fangirl of the Apostle Paul. It's probably done a few hundred years after this love letter is written. But in it, you can see, you have the Apostle Paul and you have Thecla, the original fangirl. She's out here breaking off engagements, running from angry mobs. She is jumping into arenas with lions, all for the Apostle Paul. You can almost hear Thecla's husband-to-be turning to her and saying, "How can you pursue this man, this man with a unibrow?" And she turns and says, "I'm not pursuing him for his eyebrows. I'm pursuing him because of the truth." Poor guy didn't stand a chance. But what is it about the Apostle Paul? What is it that fascinated his followers so much? I'm just scratching the surface of this letter. There is far more to it. You see her mom coming up against her and turning her in, and they try to burn her at the stake, and the heavens open up and the rains put out the fire. You see Thecla paying off guards to try to go in and see Paul, and sitting at his feet and listening to him all night long, kissing his change. She is a dedicated, loyal fan. But even Paul writes about this a little bit in the text. I want you to take a listen as he writes here to the people of Corinth in 2 Corinthians 10. Take a listen to this. He says, "I don't want to seem as though I'm trying to frighten you with my letters, for people say, the letters are weighty and strong, but his bodily presence is weak and his speech contemptible." For some reason, the letters they loved, but in person, he seemed weak and his speech a bit contemptible. And also in Galatians, he writes about this as well. All right. "Friends, I beg you, become as I am, for I also have become as you are. You have done me no wrong. You know that it was because of a physical infirmity that I first announced the gospel to you. Though my condition put you to the test, you did not scorn or despise me, but welcomed me as an angel of God, as Christ Jesus." There is something about the Apostle Paul physically that was unique, something different, but that the followers of Apostle Paul somehow saw amazing things in him. And we know the story. I'm making light of it, probably a little bit too much. But he did have people that pursued him and followed him. I guess the lessons we can learn, sometimes it just takes a crooked nose, some bald heads, and bow-leggeds, and a little bit of unibrow, and an angel glow, and you can change the world. It's nothing a little waxing can't solve. I hope you find this historical story to be interesting. It's not biblical in any way, but it's one that I find amazing to be able to step into the life of Paul and just get maybe a glimpse, a surface view of what it was like to be in his day. Thanks for watching.